All right, guys, we're back today here with Chris for our first podcast.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
What's going on? A little fun fact about Chris, everybody. So when Chris first started working here, he had trained with my coaches and mentors, right? So he was a soccer athlete.
Yep.
And normally if you've gone and worked with our guys, Coach Dose and Joel, a lot of times the athletes are not like too fond of them because they push them and they kill them, right? And so looking at him like, man, I hate those guys. Like, they kill me. But like, you didn't say one thing bad. You were like more excited. So that made me think that you probably actually loved the training aspect of what they were doing.
Oh yeah, Joel, like, he killed me, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, the very first day we were there, he said, if you guys drop from this plank, just go ahead and get out because you're not cut out for this. And I mean, tons of people dropped, but it was eye-opening and it was fun. I enjoyed it. I was there every day that we needed to be there. So it was fun.
I mean, I think I can tell you're a hard worker and you know the system if you work with those guys, but you're probably a little crazy too because you play soccer and then you actually liked training your ass off.
Yeah, there's definitely some sort of something there.
Cool, man. So today we're going to be talking about supplements, okay? It's everywhere. Everyone's buying it all the time. It's a huge market. And not to plug what we got, and we'll kind of go over it, but we have our rice supplements again too. So we're really just going to go over what are the main supplements that we talk about, what stuff is probably not, worth your money.
Yeah.
I think we talked about protein on a couple podcasts back, so we're going to jump into that. So the first supplement that we recommend is a protein supplement. Now, it doesn't matter if it's a plant or whey-based. If you're lactose intolerant, take a plant or vegan one. If you're not, then you probably should go with the whey-based one. But just an easy way to increase your protein intake, which is a struggle for everybody.
Yeah, most people struggle with it on a day-to-day basis. I mean, I still struggle with it. And I'm supposed to be eating like 180 grams a day, and I can't get to that point.
I forget how tall you are, too, right? Because you always sit down and you stand up. I'm like, oh, yeah, I forget Chris is actually pretty tall.
I got long legs.
So how much protein you need, we've kind of talked about it. We use the InBody going off of the, your lean body mass, essentially to have a starting point for how much protein you should have, depending on, obviously you're a bigger person, you have a lot of weight to lose. It's going to be hard to eat close to a gram in body weight. So, that's why we like to use the lean body mass just to dial that in. But it's really just extra protein is going to help you with recovery, help build your muscles, help with satiety. We've kind of covered this before too, but those are kind of the big three. Anything else you want to add with protein?
No, not really. It, like you said, it helps with keeping you recovered really well after your sessions. And then it helps with like your increased metabolic rate and you burn fat a little bit quicker. Again, you're not eating as much bad foods. That's pretty much the basics of it.
I think there's like two real great ways that you can supplement with protein. Protein powder, right? Put it in a scooper thing, put some water, almond milk, whatever you want, shake it up, drink it, real quick, easy. Or the grab and go ones. Yeah. I love those Fairlife ones I get from Costco.
Yeah.
Delicious.
There's one at Costco too that's protein coffee. I have it every morning. It has like...
It's already a protein coffee?
Yeah, it's
everyone
already
puts protein into their coffee.
Yeah, it's already a protein coffee. It's like it's iced coffee basically, but I think it has like 90 milligrams of caffeine. So I sip it over the course of the sessions in the morning. But it has, I think, like 30 grams of protein, and it's really clean, doesn't taste real heavy, and doesn't upset my stomach either. So it's pretty good. I drink that every day.
I feel like as I get older, I know as a lot of people do, they kind of seem to become more lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
So that's why those plant vegan ones can help out a lot more too. But also how the proteins are processed make a big difference. And find one that you like. Like, I love the chocolate whey protein powder that we have. I think it's delicious. I've had other chocolate protein powders that are like disgusting. They leave like this like feeling in your teeth or aftertaste. So just find one that you like. If you're taking one and you're like, it's disgusting, trust me, there are good ones out there.
Yeah.
So you just got to find that. Let's jump into number 2.
Yeah, creatine.
Creatine, let's do it.
Yeah. Most people need to be taking creatine, especially if they're in the gym, because your body doesn't produce enough creatine on a day-to-day basis to keep up with actual working out. So supplementation definitely helps your body recover, retain more water in the muscles so that your soreness isn't as bad. Overall, it's just a good supplement to have in your workout regimen.
Yeah, it's really, creatine is like the most researched supplement. I think from the 1970s, maybe the 60s.
Yeah.
I think 70s sound about better. There's been thousands and thousands of studies on creatine monohydrate and its effects. And really it's on improving power and strength, right? Yeah. So certain activities that are quick, explosive, stuff like certain sports, stuff like weightlifting, for example, we can see big benefit from taking creatine. from that. So if you're trying to build muscle, if you're trying to see improved results, it's just such an easy, quick supplement, and it's cheap.
Yeah. And then there are also some studies that show that it helps increase brain function and clear, like mental clearness kind of thing. So I know a couple of members who have been taking it recently and have upped their dose to, I think it's like 5 grams a day. They said that they feel more level-headed and kind of clear during their workday, whereas before they were like just tired, foggy. By the end of the day, they just wanted to sleep. And now they're feeling a lot better.
Yeah, a lot of the like kind of newer research on it has been shown a lot more with the cognitive effects of taking creatine and kind of like helping with some of that brain fog in a sense. And then of course with, kind of this surgence of all, menopausal training and nutrition, everything too, especially when we're seeing, increased risk of losing muscle and strength with women going through menopause. Supplementing with creatine is so important for that, to try to help, reverse some of those effects. But you have to do that with training. Taking creatine without training, I mean, what's the point? Really?
Yeah, there's no benefit. Yeah.
Maybe there is a benefit to it, but
Fair.
It's really going to be minimal. You have to supplement with doing the right activity, right, putting in the right work.
Yeah.
Now, with creatine, it's usually like a 3 to 5 gram dose, right? With like, a little scoop, for example. There's 2 ways to do it. Have you ever done the loading phase before?
Yeah, I think it was like a 10-gram loading phase for me, and for like the first 3 days or 4 days.
Yeah, so basically there's a couple ways that you can do it. It takes time for it to saturate and get into your cells and muscles, right? So you could either take more quicker to get into the body. So it's like 10 grams, like 2 scoops a day for a week or two, something like that. Or the other is you can take more of like a daily maintenance, which is like a 3 to 5 gram dose over about a month's period of time till you start to see some of the effects. Now, some people, like myself, I've never done the loading phase, and then I'm like, all right, cool, I'm back on it. Let me try to double it. My stomach got destroyed.
Oh, really?
Oh, dude, yeah. So and then I was like, why is my stomach like, it's bad? Like, why do I have to go do extra squats to the bathroom, if you know what I mean? Like, from taking creatine. And so then I looked it up, and apparently when people are doing a loading phase, something like around 25-30% of people will have stomach issues with that. So if you have taken creatine and you're trying to take a little bit too much, just dial back the dosage, and that should probably do the trick too.
Okay.
Here's a little quick tip that I've noticed. I've always struggled with staying consistent with taking my supplements. If I'm taking creatine, if I'm taking my omega-3, which we're going to kind of jump into next, I was always trying to do it in the morning. And for me, is like too much things are going on. I made it part of my like bedtime ritual. Before I go to bed, I'm taking my creatine. I'm taking omega-3 if I didn't take it with the meal before.
Yeah.
And then I'm taking my protein. That's like the most consistent I've ever been with that.
Or are you taking it as a powder, or are you taking it as like a pill?
The creatine?
Yeah.
Oh, no, the powder.
The powder?
Yeah. So a powder, I'll blend it in with a bunch of water, chug that, and chug protein.
Like, what are your thoughts on like the gummy pill and the powder debacle kind of thing?
I don't know. The only thing that I was reading something, and again, I don't even know if it's correct enough, is the gummy creatines, where how much creatine was actually in the gummy.
Yeah.
Right. So depending on how it's mixed or made, one gummy might have more than the others.
Right.
Like, are they dosed out properly?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I noticed that too, because I know you mentioned it one time, so I looked it up, and that was what people were saying. So I switched from the gummies to, they have like vegan capsules, and they just put in X number of grams of creatine in, and then I just pop a couple of those in the morning as I'm leaving for work, and that's how I get my creatine in during the day. And it seems to have been fine. I don't feel any different, but I do feel that there's more consistent creatine in that than the gummies are. I just can't remember to always put the powder.
That's why, I take melatonin before I go to sleep. And so when I'm kind of like stacking those habits on, all right, cool, now I'm taking this and that and that. So that's helped me stay consistent because it's at the end of my day. Okay. But the other thing too is what I wonder about with taking the gummies or the edible creatine is we need a lot more water. Yeah. And so it's easier to mix it with, however much glass of water that you want to and drink it versus just eat it, because you need to have increased water intake a little bit if we're supplementing with creatine, or you might find yourself a little bit more dehydrated.
Yeah, that's true.
I think is kind of the main issue with that, but really not any side effects either to taking creatine, other than if you take too much too soon, you might
ruin your
stomach a little bit. Let's jump to number 3.
Omega-3s.
Omega-3s, some fish oil.
Yeah, those are pretty important. Most of the omega-3s, your body doesn't produce them. So unless you're eating like wild caught fish 3 to 4 times a
Yeah.
week, you're not getting nearly enough or any omega-3s in your system through your diet. So supplementing that into the film of the omega-3 pills, that is probably the best way you're going to get it. It helps a ton with brain development, your immune health, and then for those with joint pain, joint inflammation,
Inflammatory stuff.
yeah, it helps a ton with anti-inflammatory stuff. So it'll reduce your pain and stiffness in the mornings. And then, of course, cardiovascular health, huge benefit there. Nervous system function, all of that is really important with omega-3s.
Yeah, it's cool. It's one of those kind of like a super supplement in a sense, and like how many things it can actually help with, and especially because we're getting those healthy fats that we're really not consuming. We're normally consuming the other fats, which are the not so healthy ones, right?
Yeah.
Without getting to, with all the different omega-3, 6, and 9.
Yeah.
And
I think 6s are the most common in our diet, and then 3s are the ones we don't
we don't
produce
get
at
enough
all.
threes.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not a big fish guy. I finally started eating some salmon, but I probably have it like every other week. So there's no way I have to supplement with that.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, that's one of those things. You want to take it with food. You might have ever had the fish burps, or like those like kind of fish pill burps.
Yep.
If you're taking those, I feel like if as long as you're eating it with food,
It's usually
I don't really
fine.
get it.
Yeah, no.
It's when I would take it by itself that it's not the best.
Yeah, usually the only times I'll get the fish burps is like when I've taken it in the morning and I haven't had anything to eat. So if I do take it in the morning and it's not usually at night, I'll eat like a piece of toast or something, and it usually helps quench that.
Yeah, so
quell
just
that,
take
yeah.
it with food. So yeah, honestly, like those are really the big three, the ones that we know that actually work, that are worth your money and worth investing in. It's important to note that this isn't going to fix anything.
Right.
We want to make sure that we're taking it, but we're doing everything else that we need: the good training, good quality sleep, good stress management too. So these are meant to supplement in addition to what you're doing already.
Yeah.
And yes, we would love to get it all from Whole Foods, but it's in today's world, most people aren't going to get it. So it just makes life easier to supplement and take it from there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other supplements on the market, and time will tell with new research. Is it proven? Is there better studies coming out with things? Things will change. But as of right now, one of the things we talked about before was multivitamins.
Yeah.
Right. And so even I think about when I was going through school, the idea was multivitamins are a cheap, effective way to help clean up deficiencies and that could optimize health.
Yeah.
Right. That's always what I've learned through school, even through certifications. But when we really look at the meta-analysis, all the different studies of what's going on with people that are supplementing with multivitamins, it's not really showing much benefit or like decreased risk of these health issues and stuff like that too. So
Yeah. I mean, I grew up taking multivitamins. That was like
Flintstones vitamins, baby.
Yep,
Delicious.
those are the best. So good. But yeah, I don't know. I've seen just a few meta-analyses where all of it says that it doesn't really show any difference or any real benefit. So I guess it's kind of one of those old time things that people aren't going to do it so much anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough one, but I think all of us are going to be deficient in some sort of vitamin. If we're having a healthy diet, we should get most of what we need.
Right.
But if go with your doctor and see if you do have deficiency in something, then taking stuff will definitely make a benefit. The one is, we talked about. Most people don't get enough sunlight, and even us, the coaches, we're inside all day. We get in our cars, we're at home, we're really not outdoors much. You might get a little bit more playing soccer.
Yeah.
And when you're not outside and getting sunlight, you're going to, probably be a little bit more vitamin D deficient,
Right.
unless you're eating a bunch of fortified foods or cereals that have it. And a lot of stuff kind of has a little bit, but that might be something that take into consideration of what to supplement with. I don't see sunlight. So.
Yeah, I mean, now that since I've been injured for the past year, I haven't really gone outside and played soccer
You're
recently.
on your 100th knee injury?
Something like that at this
102nd?
point, yeah. But I should probably supplement with vitamin D as well. What about pre-workout? What do you think?
Pre-workout, yeah. I mean, caffeine is just a known good stimulant. It can help with a lot of things. I try to avoid caffeine at all costs because of my sleep issues.
Yeah.
But if you like pre-workout, I say go for it. You don't have to. And, a lot of times people, they aren't sleeping well. Mm-hmm. They're not eating healthy. And so they're like, I got to take my pre-workout just to get me in the zone. Sure, do whatever you want, to be honest. I mean, most pre-workouts are going to be some form of, maybe it's just caffeine, maybe it's some amino acids, maybe there's a little bit of some sugar in there, some other stimulants. Just take a cup of coffee. It really just depends. Are you taking pre-workout right now?
Yeah, I take a stim free, so it's caffeine free. It's just heavy on the beta alanine, which is just a vasodilator, and it kind of gets the blood flowing and all of that. So you'll feel a little bit of like tingling under the skin. That kind of wakes me up.
Yeah, Chris gets
a
a tingling feeling. If I take that, I get like more of the itchy feeling, right?
Yeah.
Some people get this like itchy kind of like
Yeah, I think Sam was saying I
not
had her
burning
try
sensation, but
Yeah, Sam was saying it was kind of a mix of both for her. So
it sounds like if someone's like, "Oh, an itchy burning sensation," you should go get that checked out.
you definitely should go see your doctor about
See your
that.
doctor. So yeah, I try to stay away from that. But yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff. Anything that we haven't listed is probably not worth wasting your time with.
Yeah,
I know a
time
big
or
thing
money.
was collagen proteins was kind of popular, the idea, but like just because you're eating something from it doesn't mean it's gonna. If I eat collagen, it's gonna help with my tissues, right? If I eat liver, it's gonna help with my liver. It doesn't work that way.
No.
So we'll see with more
Processed
research, but right now, just a regular protein powder is gonna beat that.
Yeah, protein powder, omega-3s, and creatine. Those are the main three that you should kind of focus on.
The big three. We just restocked our Rise line here. So I think we were giving out some samples this week.
We still have some. There should be some in the back.
Right. For anyone who actually listened to the podcast, if you mention this on your first order, 20% off. If you want to get if you want any samples, let us know too. And guys, honestly, it doesn't matter if you buy it from us, if you buy it from anywhere. We want you to take the right stuff. The other thing too is why we have it here is I know it's a good quality company. I don't have to do the research because we get people all the time. What about this protein? What about this supplement? There are thousands. I do not have the time to research and do it, so I just want to go with a trusted source. It's good.
Yeah, I like the protein, the whey chocolate. That one's really good.
Delicious.
The cinnamon one's pretty good too.
Oh, that one's
very good.
wild how good that is because it's like literally tastes like cinnamon.
Like a cinnamon bun, yeah. It's really good.
Awesome, guys. That's it for today, and we'll catch you guys all next week.
Sounds good. Later.